Hello and welcome to Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. I'm your host, Coach Monica. I'm joined today by Coach Darcy, and we are here to guide you through the ins and outs of a lifestyle that's transformed not just our lives, but the lives of countless women navigating the waves of perimenopause and menopause. Whether you're here to shed weight, understand your body better, or simply find a community that gets it, you're in the right place. So sit back and enjoy the next few minutes as we tackle the hot issues of today. Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome back, Coach.
Oh, it's good to be back. I am taking 1 second here to share this to our Weight Loss After 40 group. By the way, join that group. That is where everybody, it's like our community. Change the name. We decided we were going to do more good by combining our coaching expertise into one group. And so we have joined forces with Weight Loss After 40, which, by the way, if you're not 40, you're still welcome in that group. But we like to talk to women about perimenopause, which can start at 30. Most likely you're starting perimenopause at 30. I'm taking another second here to put my phone on focus because a lot of people are looking for Coach Monica at 11 o'clock on Tuesday mornings. So my phone's on focus, so nobody can get through unless you're on my emergency contact. Are you on my emergency contact, Coach?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. There's only certain people. And a lot of times it's my pregnant daughter-in-laws who are on the emergency contact list. So you're not there. Sorry. Oh, it's good to see you, Coach. I was gone last week. Last week I was in a meeting with our governor here in Indiana. We had a great meeting. I kind of like the guy. He's going to be working hard. Just for you who are in the political sphere, he's going to be working hard this next session on making our energy prices affordable. I don't know if you have had this happen, but our NIPSCO, I don't know if you have NIPSCO, our NIPSCO has gone up, it's doubled. And so he's going to help us put a stop to that and really focus on energy prices. So that was what my meeting was about with him. And of course, every time I'm with him, I always plug the health needs and the needs that we have to get people healthy here in Indiana. We want to make Indiana healthy again. So anytime I have an audience with a politician, that is what I'm saying. Please put the low carb sphere into your purview so that we can get people healthy again, because that's the core source of our health is getting rid of insulin resistance, getting rid of those chemicals that they put in our food. So that's what I do. I do that once a month with the governor. And so next month we're going to gear it up and do it again. So how was your weekend, Coach?
Well, my weekend was great. Aside from my internet now, which is fantastically terrible, it's the opposite of how my weekend went.
Good. I know, because I was with you.
I
was
got
going
to
to
spend
tell
time
you.
with family. I got to spend, you were with me. And I got to spend time up at our cottage and with the boys. And hey, biggest thing is I've never won in my life. Yes, it was against my children and Mark, but yeah, I cried every time I played it. And so it's a big win for me.
It's not fair, Coach. You are married to a banker, so I wouldn't trust a single thing that man does in that game.
I know.
I wouldn't trust him. I would not trust him.
I know, and I won. I won.
Yep. I hate that. I will not.
That's what makes it even better.
I will not play Monopoly. I will not play. I would rather be drugged through the middle of the street by my toes than play Monopoly. Hate that game. Oh, yeah. Not fun. Oh, well, yeah, we had a great time. We went to our annual Blueberry Festival trip, which was fun. It is like, I swear, when you walk down the middle of the road in the Blueberry Festival, you soak carbs in your skin. Like the smell that goes through that place. But we didn't fold, did we?
No, we didn't.
We did not fold. We tried something new this year. Last year, we got a turkey leg, one of those, what, $20 turkey legs. We got a turkey leg, and that was good. Tasted like ham. And this year, we tried the pork chop. So that was our splurge
It was
at
good.
the Blueberry Festival. Yeah. There's a lot of
It
people.
was very good.
If you go to the Blueberry Festival, you have to like people. Like, if you don't like people, stay away. Stay away.
True. I felt like we were hurting
Yes. Hey,
sheep.
Darce, I know that the lighting situation isn't great, but try to open your door. Let's see if we can get the internet fixed
Okay.
in your okay. Oh, you gotta love technology. We're gonna see if we can fix this internet. So yeah, we had a great weekend. We got to spend a lot of time with family, and I hope your weekend was wonderful. Back to work today, and we are excited to well, I'm excited. I get to introduce some new keto coaches. We've had some folks who decided that they want to do what we do. And if you ever have the desire to help people and to help people get healthy, get certified. Get certified in keto and carnivore coaching because you can literally change the lives of loved ones, and you can walk away from your nine to five job. I did that in 2017. I was in the corporate world. I worked at a college here, and I decided that my life transformation was so much that I wanted to help people do the same, but I also wanted to do it for a living. And I laughed, and when I first got certified, I'm like, why would people pay for a coaching service? Why? Because you can find out how to do keto on the interwebs for free. Why would anybody pay someone to do that? And then I realized that 75% of self-help books are still on the shelf. If you look now, mine is an exception because I soak up everything I can find about the ketogenic way of life. So those books behind me have been read, and I use it in my practice. Coach Darcy has the same similar addiction as I do. In fact, Darcy, do you have your book here close by? I'm sure you have it at the tip of your fingers. This book just came out, folks. It is changing lives. Thank you, Dr. Barry. Thank you, Kim Howerton, for putting this together. It started with a little simple book that gives you the labs, because the labs you get from your doctors are not the labs that keep you healthy. The labs you get from your doctors, send them on their next cruise. Sorry, not sorry about that. The labs that you get from, when you go get your labs taken from your, your annual physical. Darcy, when you want to talk, put your hands up so that I can see. We're going to have a communication situation because I don't know if we're delayed or if we're not. I can't tell from the side. But the labs you get from your doctor line their pockets, and I'm not sorry for saying that. And now, disclaimer: there's some doctors who legit want you healed. Yes, there are good doctors out there, but the majority of the physician, and another subcontext here, sometimes your doctor has the heart to heal you, but his or her medical license won't allow that, right? There's a lot of physicians that are getting kicked out because they're like, hey, there's more to the system and to healing people than medicating them, right? But Dr. Barry saw that. He's like, this has to stop. And he created Common Sense Labs. It's a little book that gives you what those labs should be. Your cholesterol numbers, that is the number one source of people freaking out. And we are literally cutting the cholesterol out of people that is supposed to be giving them a testosterone, that is giving them cholesterol, gives you the hormones you need. It gives you the testosterone, it gives you the estrogen, it gives you all of those things. And doctors are cutting it out because their high cholesterol is bad. It's not, folks. It is not. There is a purpose for cholesterol. And so Dr. Barry and Kim Howerton wrote a book. What are your labs supposed to be? Common Sense Labs. Now they realize that they hit a hot topic because people want to know how to heal themselves. And so they wrote a deeper book, and this is a thick book on, and I can't wait to get into it, on why the labs should look like they are. Labs don't mean what your doctor tells you to,
Right.
folks. It just doesn't. Darce, have you read it yet?
I am starting to, but I also wanted to mention the reason why we give much credit is because because there's so many influencers out there. There's so many people that are trying to sell you stuff. They try to
Right.
say, "Oh, I am credible," but buy this stuff. Dr. Barry idea is another one, like where they're not pushing products on you. And the biggest thing is that they have, resources when they are telling you this stuff and they're giving their mind or their ideas on what they believed, resources for you to be like, check their work. Other people that are just saying, do this and do this and do this, and they don't have anything to back themselves up other than somebody else said it.
Yeah.
That's
Or they're selling you a product.
why I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I trust Dr. Barry. I trust
Yeah.
yep. So I trust those
Yeah.
people, and
He's
I'm
never.
trusting this common sense lab book because yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Barry has never sold a product. That's why I trust him. He's never sold a product. You get a lot into these social
Yeah.
media influencers, and they are, if you see, and we will, if Coach Darcy and I find a product, we're going to pass it along to you. And I can't tell you, minus RX sugar, I can't tell you a product that has healed anyone. I can't tell you a product now, and we've been a part of it. You, Darcy, you were nose deep into, it works.
Mhm.
I was nose deep into Thrive.
Yeah.
Now, those things, there are some things in those products that may be a good thing. Thrive was a great vitamin
Yeah.
source. I got a lot of energy from that, but it didn't make me lose weight, folks. Did not make me lose weight. A lot of these influencers are realizing, and this is my heart towards those influencers because we're living it right now. People want shortcuts. There is absolutely no other way to say it. They don't want to work. People do not want to work for their health. And so if they're promised a pill, a potion, or a miracle work, they're going to buy it. And I can tell you that my practice that I founded, we are experiencing that right now. Shortcut longings, right? Because the stupid GLP-1 medication is promising empty promises to people, and they're buying it. They would rather pay $1,500 a month on a magical potion that does not work. Now, you do lose weight, but you're not keeping it off. You're going to get tolerant to this drug, and you have destroyed your metabolism while doing it. You're eventually going to need to purchase Coach Darcy and I service, because you are going to destroy your metabolism, and you're going to kill your metabolism, and then you're not going to be able to lose weight eating 800 calories. That's coming. And they're becoming blind while doing it, right? So our practice has suffered the consequences of shortcuts. Now, we're going to have to pick up the broken pieces and the broken people after it's over. Hopefully, they haven't gone blind yet. Hopefully, they haven't killed their metabolism, because we have to work really hard to build that metabolism back up. So I can understand why those influencers want those magical potions, and they want to sell those things, because their health coaching practice that probably worked when people wanted to work, it is suffering. So I can empathize with those.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no magical potion, guys. Yeah. There's no magical potion at all. It is all about what's on your fork. All about your abs are built in the kitchen, period. People will find that out. Unfortunately, what has happened is people have emptied their bank accounts. People are skipping their mortgage payments for these fake products. It's really sad, and it's killing us. So what we have done, oh, you know what, Darce? I have to get on a soapbox for a minute. I was offered an MLM GLP-1 source. It is now available to my hands that are not qualified to prescribe anything. I'm going to tell you, my hands are not qualified to prescribe a GLP-1. But guess what? They're offering my practice money as an MLM source to prescribe these GLP-1s. I could get our company out of financial ruins right now by just saying yes. I could. And it takes less than 5 hours to subscribe to this financial freedom. I'm not going to do it. I would rather go back and work at Walmart
Wow.
than do that. And so that's what's happening to these influencers. And I'm sorry about it. I'm really sorry. But I'm not going to do it. I'm
Yeah.
not going to trade what really works. Darcy and I've kept our weight off for 8 years. We're not going to go back. And we're going to work. We're going to tell the truth. And I am probably one of the only health coaches out there who are willing to tell the truth about a GLP-1. And it's probably killing my business. I don't care because I want to see people free for life. I want to see freedom for life. You're not going to do it, right, Dars? I'd have to fire you if you did.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No.
No. We're about 5 seconds
No.
off today. Oh, bless the
Yeah.
Anderson interwebs. Bless you, Anderson.
Because he doesn't love anybody. So I don't know.
It's a real problem. It's a real problem. I'm hugging you because I know you're frustrated. So if we sound like we're not communicating, we are. We are communicating. It's just 5 seconds apart. So, and if you hear me talking a lot, it's because I can't see her and I don't know that she is. Oh, there she goes. All right. I tell you what, technology. So yeah, if you see me anti GLP-1, it's because I am. It's because I did this thing naturally. I've kept it off. And I know what's happening to people who are falling for the GLP-1. We're starting to see a GLP-1 tolerance. So what a GLP-1 tolerance is you will lose weight for about 40 pounds. You'll lose weight and you lose it really, really fast. Okay. And then suddenly, if you know what antibiotics do, when people become tolerant to antibiotics, like, oh, this antibiotic doesn't work, we got to switch to another one. That's what's happening with the GLP-1. People are becoming tolerant. Your body is adapting, and your body has one job. It's called homeostasis. Your body's job is to make everything normal, to heal naturally, to make everything normal. And so what happens when you're on a GLP-1 is your body's like, hey, something's wrong. I got to make it normal again. So you become tolerant to this. And when you become tolerant, it's very, very difficult for us, even in natural healthcare, it is very difficult for us to fix that. It is fixable. I've got 3 clients right now doing a GLP-1 recovery. They are fixing their metabolism and they're healing naturally, but it takes about 4 months. And people don't want that. We are in an instant fix situation, community, and we don't want to fix our bodies. And so it's really, really sad. It's breaking my heart, and it's hard not to talk about it, honestly. So are you back, Darce?
Yeah. I don't know.
We are back.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay. Just put your finger up and do this, and I'll see you 5 seconds later. Just give me 5 seconds to see you.
Okay.
So
I will say
what
this.
we're going to talk about today.
Well,
Yes.
you might have to give me 5 seconds to then respond to your 5 seconds. Just go introducing what you were about to introduce. That was the only reason why. I was like, you're talking about the tools that we use.
Yeah.
The tools that, when somebody is on you have to reverse that. We have tools, and we're going to be talking about that today. So that would be my intro to what you were going to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have 2 tools that we use. 2. All right. They are very effective tools. I'm going to say 3 because we got intermittent fasting in there as well. We use that very, very carefully, especially with the women that we work with. A lot of women that we work with have eating disorders, and I am very anti-eating disorder. The lifestyle you choose to lose weight, there's a lot of ways. Coach Darcy and my way is not the only way. GLP-1 is a way, okay? There's a lot of ways to lose weight. What we care about is 8 years from now. So I used to be excited about, yay, I lost 130 pounds. I used to be excited about that number, 130 pounds. Darcy lost 75 pounds. right? I used to be excited about that and cheering for her. I'm not anymore. I'm not excited about 130-pound loss because you can do it, right? We're seeing the melted candle look coming from the GLP-1. Of course they lost 130 pounds. Of course that happens. Nobody, you can't see anything otherwise, right? I'm not excited about 130 pounds. When somebody comes and says, "Hey, I lost 130 pounds," I'm not excited anymore, right? It's giving me a headache. I'm not excited about somebody coming to me and saying, "I lost 130 pounds." You know when I get excited? I get excited about our 5-year anniversary clients. I get excited about 8 years because that tells me that they did it and they did it right because they kept it off. And I would be excited for a GLP-1 if a GLP-1 client came to me and said 8 years later I still have it off. Yay! I'm cheering for you because the method you choose right now has got to be the method 8 years from now. That's why we coach. That's what I care about. So, the tools we use, keto, carnivore, intermittent fasting, those have to be the same tools you use. Now, the cool thing about carnivore, we're gonna rest on carnivore this morning, especially because we're getting ready on the 8th of September to launch a 30-day challenge. So we're gonna rest there today. But even carnivore is not for some sustainable. Some people can do it for 8 years and they're still fine. So those, we're not talking to you, right? We're cheering for you, but we're not talking to you today. So we use a method that gets people started, that helps somebody dip their toes for that initial fast weight loss, right? But even with carnivore, there's a way to step over into the keto world that you can live for years. 8 years later, Coach Darcy and I, she's 6, I'm 8, are still keto. We still went to the Blueberry Festival this weekend and did not get off plan. And guess what? I lost another pound this weekend, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. The difference between keto and carnivore, but we're going to push some carnivore on you because it is an amazing way to start your journey. It's amazing detox. So Darcy, do you want to talk for a minute about the difference between keto and carnivore and why people should jump in September 8th? What is the importance of September 8th? Because we do both. We do keto and we do carnivore. Talk a little bit about the difference and why people should focus in on September 8th.
Okay. So let's wait for it to catch up to me.
We caught you.
Okay, all right. So the difference between keto and carnivore is it's actually a very small difference, I believe. The small difference is the fact that you are not focusing on your berries and focused for keto, like keto, but you're focused more so on the proteins and the fats for carnivore. Now, when you choose carnivore, it is a hardcore detox. Like it's like a rude awakening, especially if you're coming from a standard American diet and you're like, yeah, I need to lose weight. And you're like going all in and carnivore, like you are headed for but it is good work. You feel great. You can realize that your body goes through things that you're like, okay, what is this? What is this? What is happening? But that's what's important to getting a coach and doing it together as a group. So you don't just, when you go through things, you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with other people and you can have somebody hold your hand through it. But the keto, obviously, I mean, that was our foundation. That is our foundation. And it works just as well. The thing that you may want to choose to do carnivore would be if you have something metabolically that you want to reverse. If you want to say, okay, it's an elimination process here to see, okay, is there something that I'm eating, that I'm doing that is causing my body to do so that is the ultimate elimination diet in the carnivore. And that's why we have turned it more so into a tool because yes, some people long term don't do well with it. But I have several clients that went carnivore last group that we had, and they're still carnivore. So they
Mhm.
thrive off of it. They feel fantastic. They've reversed a lot of their ailments, and they understand how their body works so much better than kind of picking and choosing with keto. Like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
know if this is the thing that's making me feel gross or not.
Mhm.
Um, so that is like the difference in, and so I think that I don't know,
Yeah.
like I think it's deep dive
Yeah.
into. And now with carnivore, it's days to get that full result,
Mhm.
but it's a great
90.
start.
Yeah. So let's talk
Mhm.
about who loves keto and who loves carnivore. I'm taking this from the blog that I wrote this weekend. If you go to our website, kmhealthcoaching.org, you will find our latest blog and the differences. We break those things down. But somebody that would choose keto, all right, is somebody who is a mom, a busy mom who needs family friendly meals. Women in perimenopause who want that gentle hormone support. In fact, we kick our keto program up just a notch because we are certified with Dr. Mindy Peltz in the fasting like a girl. So we take that even deeper when you're in perimenopause. If you have PCOS, if you have any hormone issues and you want that hormone support, we kick you just a little bit and we have you eat towards your cycle. Okay. But people who want long-term, social friendly, it is a little bit more difficult when you are in the social world to eat carnivore, right? So you need a little bit more flexibility with keto. It gives you a little bit of gives you more choices. It's easier to keep up when life is loud, right? So that's somebody who would typically pick keto. Now, that's not to say that if you pick keto, you could totally do a 30-day reset with the carnivore and you could do it in chunks. And so that's why we love our groups. We love our 30-day groups because it gives you that out, right? So at the end of the 30 days, we teach you, okay, how do you transition into a sustainable? And some people, like Darcy said, keep going. They just keep going. But a lot of people say, all right, how do I do keto now? And how do I do it right? Most people who do, 9 times out of 10, people who say, oh, keto doesn't work, they're not doing it right. They don't have that knowledge. They think it's just dropping the carbs. It's way more than that. That's why our clients are successful. People who might choose carnivore, even for a season, are people who are stuck in decades of binging and continuous cravings because it turns it off. Carnivore is a GLP-1. There are two things, because you know my GLP-1 story. I tried it for a whole summer, so I know what happens to your body physically. There are two things that I have found that give you an instant GLP-1. Number one is carnivore, and number two is RX sugar and the liquid RX sugar. Those are the two things that work. Okay. And we don't make any money off of the RX sugar. It is just a fact. I put 2 tablespoons of liquid RX in my coffee every morning. I'm not hungry till 4 or 5. Okay. So people who would choose carnivore for a season or for good are those with continuous binging cravings and continuous food noise. Those with strong autoimmune or inflammatory symptoms that haven't budged. Instantly those things are healed, right? Anyone who wants a quick clarifying reset for 30 to 90 days. Carnivore can break this cycle fast, but sometimes it's just a tool and it's only for a simple amount of time. Others, it's life. Dr. Barry's lifetime, right? So those would be the people, those would be the like, hey, where do I go? Do I go keto? Do I go carnivore? I say go carnivore for 30 days and then transition. We teach you how to do it, right?
Yeah. I would
I see your
yeah,
your finger there,
I got it.
Darcy.
For me personally, when doing carnivore, I am the one that where my leptin button or my leptin hormone, if you want to get technical,
Yeah.
it does not satisfy easily. I am a bulk
Mhm.
eater, and when you go carnivore, you learn quickly that those proteins are going to make you feel full.
Mhm.
That you eat too much protein. I watch those carnivore groups over
Mhm.
on Facebook, and they're like,
Yeah.
I've been carnivore for this long. And I'm not, that's why
Right.
we, tracking might be something that you have to do when you're on carnivore if you're overeating. So my point is that if you are wanting to lose weight and you're wanting to do this with carnivore, and if you're wanting to reset yourself, this is the best time to get involved in carnivore, when you are with somebody that through it, understands it, and can walk
Mhm.
you through what is a possibility of like what you might be doing wrong or what you might be doing right. So some accountability groups are amazing, and that's what I'm saying. Accountability.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, totally. And the what is the word I want to say? When you join a carnivore group, you get ideas. So a lot of people think, oh, carnivore is just eating a ribeye steak every day for the rest of your life. No. Coach Darcy is going to introduce several amazing recipes, things that you can incorporate, like pizza. Well, how do you eat pizza if you're carnivore? Because, isn't there pizza sauce? And what do we do with the crust? And, chicken nuggets, how to make those really, really quickly in your air fryer. So she's going to be bringing and introducing a couple of brand new recipes. Carnivore doesn't have to look like just meat. Carnivore is very creative. You can have cheesecake in the carnivore lifestyle. You can have ice cream.
Yes.
She's going to give you a keto or a carnivore ice cream recipe. So it is much different than what you think it is. A lot of people think it's bacon. No, it's cheesecake, it's ice cream, it's all of these things that you can do when you're carnivore, and you do it as a group. When you're frustrated, you come to group and you say, "Hey, I'm frustrated. I'm really bored, or I'm really feeling sick. What's going on?" And you've got a group of people that are surrounding you. So, what does this 30-day agenda look like, Darcy? You start on September 8th, which is a Monday. So you've got some time. We just dropped the link for you to join. We got some time here. But September 8th, what happens and what are you going to do with your group on the 8th, starting the 8th? Kind of give us a picture of your agenda.
So the 8th is when we meet as a group and we are talking about what it looks like to be carnivore. That's going to get you thinking about what your plan is. So we're kind of making our plan for the rest of the month so that we can
Mhm.
finish those 30 days with flying colors and hopefully maybe even go beyond those 30 days. So when we meet that week, we're gonna learn, and then the next week we're gonna learn some more on the same about the same time, the same place, different date, and then we're gonna do that 2 more times at the end of the last 2 weeks. So we meet 4 times. We also have to get our recipes, our ideas from, our support throughout the entire rest of the week. So don't panic if you're like, oh, well, one meeting is not going to be enough. We have a group that has
Yeah.
the accountability. That's the same word that
Yeah.
I used the last time, is that accountability. And we have that provided for you throughout the rest of the month.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are really important. And a lot of people hesitate to join because they're like, oh, I can't make the September 8th meeting, coach. We are going to record those sessions. So now, group does not
Mhm.
work. The grouping doesn't work unless you're grouping. So if
Right.
you come to group live, you're going to get so much more out of it because you're going to be able to communicate with your coach. You're going to be able
Yes.
to communicate with each other. We do have what looks like a Facebook group. It's in my own software, so you can type. You can have the Facebook experience. But when you come to group, you get so much more out of it. And we tell our own clients, that are in our personal coaching, if you don't come to group, you're not going to be successful. And for those of you who are our clients right now and are listening and you're not coming to
Right.
group, come on. The more you come to group, the more you get out of it. The more weight you lose, frankly. We have the data to back us up on that. The more you come to group, the more weight you lose. Period, because we've got an amazing group. I mean, we have got a priceless group. When I look at our regulars that come every Monday night and every Monday at noon, the ones who come, they're priceless, right? That is worth more than the personal one-on-one coaching, frankly. Now we put your plan together on our one-on-one coaching, and you have a particular plan and you have got an individual plan. No two clients of ours are on the same plan.
Right.
But when you come to group, you're successful. So the more you come to group in carnivore, Monday nights at 7 p.m., right?
Yep.
Eastern, the more you come to that, the more successful you'll be. If you don't come to group, you probably will not lose as much weight. Okay. But we are recording the carnivore groups. We do not record our group sessions on Mondays because, frankly, too many people were depending on, hey, I don't have to come sit in there, and I'm just going to watch. So we don't record those, but we do record the carnivore challenge. So if you miss one, you're okay. So yeah, we're excited. September 8th. It's $99.
Yeah.
It's less than
Yes.
$100 for a whole month of coaching. You can't beat it. You just can't. And I won't move those prices because you cannot beat that deal. So we're really excited. We're excited about that. I'm excited. This is Darcy's
Right.
first group that she's leading.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to be watching over your head. I'm going to be watching. I'm excited to watch you lead this group. I'm excited to watch you, and you're going to do amazing.
Yeah.
And this group is going to do amazing. So you can the top left hand. There we go, right there. The top of your screen, you can scan that in. It'll take you right to the registration link. We did drop the registration link in the comments below as well. I'm excited about that. It's a great way to start your journey. And you may not end up at carnivore, and that's okay. That is okay. But you will lose weight. You will lose weight.
Yes.
So, hey, Darcy, you know what I did this week?
And I might have to.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. You might have to.
I was going to say, I'm going to have to probably go somewhere that has good
I
internet
kind of think
so that I can
you have a good coffee shop around you that you can borrow their interwebs.
That's open at 7. Yeah.
One day we're going to fix that. One day, Darcy, we're going to fix that, and we're going to have a pole right outside
I
your
don't even
window.
know.
Yeah, it's okay. We got you. What I did this weekend is I just signed on a couple of brand new coaches who have decided that they want to help change people's lives. So that's cool. That is a really cool thing. I get excited about that. All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, sign up for Carnivore. It's
Yeah.
going to be a good group.
Yeah.
Spots are filling up, but just time to challenge yourself for upcoming season and to get yourself started for wintertime, because wintertime I feel like we just go backwards. We think, oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
get in shape for summer, and then when winter
Yeah.
comes, like, we go backwards and struggle. But if you don't have to struggle through the
Yeah.
wintertime and gain all that weight that you typically gain, this is a great tool to
Yeah.
use with simplicity. Feeling good throughout is beneficial.
Yeah. I've
So
got
definitely
Coach.
sign up, and we're gonna
I have got 3 clients right now ready to go to Wonderland. Can I just say how exciting that is? That is
what? That is exciting.
Wonderland is something we really, really celebrate with KM Health Coaching and Food Freedom. We celebrate it because we have lived so long. Some of us have lived so long in the 200s. And when you hit that 100-pound mark, that 199-pound mark, we've got 3 clients right now who are racing each other to get to 199. And what we do is we say, we want you to have some reward system ready to go. We want you to have something major because scripture says we're people of faith, and scripture so many times in the Old Testament, especially, God tells, like the Israelites, mark that moment with an altar or with stones, right? Because he wanted them to remember the faithfulness of God. And we do the same thing in our Wonderland. We want you to mark that moment, that you're never going to see 200 again. You are projecting yourself into this land of freedom, and you are never going to see that. And we want you to mark it. I got 3 of them right now. I'm just super excited about it. So if you are struggling,
That's awesome.
if you're struggling with your weight, if you're tired of living in bondage, you're tired of living with an obese body, you're tired of living every single day with a fear of breaking a chair or running out of breath or having your blood pressure so high that you're stroke level, if you're tired of that, that's what Coach and I do every single day. This week, however, Darcy and I are sad. We're happy and we're sad because we lost our grandma this week. And I just want to dedicate this to Grammy because Grammy had this position that she was never sad. She was never we never saw I never saw my grandma sad. I never saw her struggle with a health issue. And I know when I was so morbidly obese, I know she was sad for me. I know she never said anything to me, but she told me one time when it was just me and her in a hospital room, I'm so glad you got healthy and I'm proud of you. I will never forget that moment from my grandma. And so we lost her. She lived 98 years
Mm.
of a beautiful, God fearing example. And I fear for our family right now because the matriarch's gone. And I fear for my cousins. I fear for my generation that we have lost something that we can't replace unless we step up and be that example that Grammy was to us. And so we get to say goodbye to her. We get to celebrate her starting tomorrow. So coach and I are taking a couple days off and to celebrate our grandma's life. And she left this world so peacefully. My mom was there and it was just like she just stopped breathing. There was no pain. There was nothing. She said it was the most peaceful thing she has ever seen. And I was there. I got to say goodbye to her before they took her away. And she didn't even look like she was gone. She looked like she could just take another breath. And it was the most beautiful thing. And thank you, Coach Darcy, for telling me to go say goodbye to her because I didn't want to do it. I called Darcy and I said, I can't go. I can't go. And she said, go. She did say it's okay if I didn't. So she gave me that, but she told me to go. And I'm so grateful. Do you have any things to say about Grammy?
Oh, well, yeah, in my 5-second delay,
Yeah.
yeah, I do agree with you. Saw her upset, and she was an inspiration, a very quiet inspiration, um, but
Mhm.
always a smile on her face, even if she was having a bad day. I mean, she fooled us if she was having a bad day or was annoyed. But other than that, like she's definitely in a better place, and I can't wait to be with her again someday.
Yeah. A lot of people say that all the time. And I think I'm like, "Oh, but no, for real right now, I can't imagine when she saw the face of Jesus and who she went to see first." I don't know. She's very secretive, so I don't know who she went to see first. She was in her last day, she was always asking where Bob was, so my guess is she went to find Bob.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So Coach Darcy and I are sad, but we're happy this week. And so yeah, September 8th, guys. Grab that link, go join Coach Darcy for 30 days. Try the carnivore challenge. She's going to help you transition if it's not for you, but you're gonna find the ultimate detox in your life and a start to your weight loss journey or start to your health journey. So we are here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let us know if you want us to talk about something in particular. This was kind of a mix match, but mostly about carnivore today. So we love you guys, and we will be back next week. Same time, same place.
Yep. Bye.